A very good morning and Om Shanti from भारत इंडिया। आप सबको बहुत बहुत स्वागत है जो आज हमारे साथ में जुड़ने वाले हैं और जो इस श्रृंखला को देखने वाले हैं। So we have reached the episode number 27. Thanks to all of you viewers. Thanks for your support and thank you also for your guidance in choosing our topics. So here we have come out with another topic, a beautiful topic, and here we're going to talk about how low self-esteem can affect your health. Can we even think about something like this? Because everybody is trying to overcome low self-esteem by some means or the others, by growing our outer self more through finances, through physical power, through our physical looks, and so many other things. We're trying to overcome that low self-esteem. But we're going to explore what exactly is low self-esteem, how does it come within us, and how can it affect our complete health. And we're going to go ahead with this topic with our dear brother, Anil Bhaiji, who is joining with us from United States. And he has been working along with many people and helping them to overcome their own inner demons, and at the same time helping them with what he has learned through certifications in various different universities in America and other places. To talk a little bit about Anil Bhaiji. Bhaiji, you have been certified as AFMC certification as a functional medicine health coach through the School of Applied Functional Medicine of Massachusetts. And Bhaiji, you've been certified health coach through the Institute of Integrative Nutrition in New York. And you have been a graduate of the plant-based nutrition certificate through Colin Campbell Center, New York. Completed the lifestyle medicine for coaches course from the American College of Lifestyle. Medicine cum wellness coaching, school of coaching. You have been active in getting yourself with so many different areas of knowledge, and you have been inculcating this different pattern of knowledge in your personal life also, and also helping out other people at the same time. So Bhaiji, how did you come across a topic which is very different, which is very subtle, because nobody thinks about, what is going on in the mind and how it can affect your health completely. We generally go with normal medicines. We just take a pill and we are just satisfied. Okay, fine, this pill is going to take care of me. But still that problem reoccurs. Those diseases, they reoccur. So Bhaiji, how come our self-esteem can affect us? Because this is something which doesn't even occur to a normal person, that I've got low self-esteem. And we are so involved into our own life and improving not just our self-esteem, but what other people think about us. We are so involved in thinking about what other people think about us. And we are so involved in improving our persona in front of others that we can't even think about that low self-esteem can affect us. Bhaiji, just give us some overview about this topic.
Good morning to everyone. So thank you so much, Parmeet, for this wonderful opportunity for me to interact on this very important topic. So it's so obvious. I don't think people are healthy today. There are so many hospitals, doctors are so busy. So I would just say that means we all are in low self-esteem. Simple. So that's why it's important. Because if we are in true self-elevated, high self-esteem or self-worth or self-regard, respect, then there can be no disease. It's as simple as that. Because what, if I can ask you, what would be the signs of low self-esteem?
The signs of low self-esteem would be I'm too concerned about what I'm wearing, what people are thinking, whether people are commenting or not about it, or whether I have some social value or not, or people really like the way I talk, the way I sit, the way I move, and so many other things. Like it's like a barrage of eyes who are just looking at me throughout the day, and I'm so cornered in my life that every step of mine is like, should I take this? What will people think? And that is where I feel that, I got low self-esteem. I'm too concerned about what people would think about me.
So I'm too concerned, I'm too anxious,
Right,
I'm
anxious is
too
the right word.
worried.
Right.
So I'm hesitant to take any steps. I'm having no courage.
Fear.
Corner means maybe I'm hiding, I'm not leaving my place, afraid that someone may say something against what is supposed to be considered self-worth in society, elevated.
Right. Very
So
much.
these are all signs. So all these signs of fear,
Right.
anxiety, worry. So when we have these emotions, our nervous system, we are thinking, and nervous system is in the brain or the whole body, the gut, everywhere.
Right.
But of course in the brain, so it's picking up these things, and it is releasing hormones which are negative, which are creating stress or inflammation in my body. If it is for a short time, no problem. But if it is carrying on, if we develop this from school time, or even young time when we started schooling, then
During our teens, maybe.
so it is chronic. So then when it's happening every day, those non-healing hormones, when they are present in my body,
Right.
increasing my sugar, inflammation, affecting the metabolism. So my body will end up in disease. So you have to understand. So yes, so what, yes, please.
Yeah, so one thing comes to us is we are all social beings, Maiji, and we are living along with the society and people, and there's so many different norms. And the media is telling us so many things that if you wear something like this, or you handle yourself like this, or you own something like this, that means you are a esteemed person. And so many brands have actually used the word esteem also. You see, whether it comes to automobile, whether it comes to some other things, the word esteem has been attached to all those things. And we are so much involved in comparing ourselves with others that, okay, I own this, he owns this, or she owns this. So that means I am more valued in society. Aren't we all surrounded by this information that self-esteem means all these things around us? Or is it something wrong?
So that is what we will discover today. So yes, it could be. So let us presume whatever the media said, whatever people said. So now just visualize some people who you know have all those things.
Okay.
You said about cars, about status. They have everything, power,
Right.
everything. So now
Right.
just tell me, are they happy also?
Well, they look happy.
Are they happy really? Not look. Are they happy once they close the doors and they're in the private rooms? Are they happy? Are they sleeping well?
Well,
Always.
They're worried about taking care of the things which they have
Again,
accomplished
you've used the worried.
or
Our
gathered.
nervous system. You've used the word worried already. And what else? What else
And
are they?
they're concerned about maintaining that same status over a long period of time, concerned, and maybe even
Worry, concern,
thinking how to maintain it throughout the day.
stress.
and what people are thinking about them. For example, if my name doesn't come in the Forbes magazine in the top 100, then I'm thinking, what should I do to put this person down to get over there? So
Jealousy, competition. So
yes.
now our immune system, our nervous system works in a very simple manner. So
Okay.
this is perceived for them as something threatening, something
Okay.
dangerous. So again, they will release the same hormones which are harmful to the body.
So
So
are you
they
talking about survival?
also are in pardon?
Are you also talking about survival?
Yes, for a short moment, survival is very good, but when it's chronic,
Okay.
it depletes our energy. It
Okay.
block our metabolism. It will block our procreation.
Okay.
So we are in the same mode. So what we just explained about low self-esteem and the so-called perceived good high self-esteem, we see both are having the same emotions.
Right.
So we don't even know what is high self-esteem. We are not even aware of it.
Right.
So maybe the ones we just thought are in high self-esteem, they or such groups of people or such countries, if you check the statistics, the maximum amount of mental drugs, medications, is prescribed in those countries.
Okay.
And the so-called people who we think they are enjoying in their self-esteem, high self-esteem, let us say celebrities,
Right.
we often come across very sad stories about them.
Yeah, most of divorce
They are addicted
cases,
to drugs,
yeah, addicted to drugs,
suicides,
suicide, and divorce
suicides.
cases, and many other things.
Yes. So, and that is when a person is doing that, or when he's totally trying to free themselves of drugs and cannot, and they get back to it again. So it is a very sad state what they are going through.
Right.
It is very sad for them because outside for the world, it may appear that they're in high self-esteem, or they may be thinking they're in high self-esteem, but their self-estimation or analysis about themselves is not high, it is low. That's why they are needing the support of drugs,
Right.
medication, or even substance abuse, the drug to
Substance
make
abuse.
them feel high,
Right.
right? So we have to, it has to be very clear, because for the body to pick up when we are going through these emotions, what we just said, fear, insecure, not feeling wanted, not feeling valued.
Yes.
So these are very harmful. Guilt, shame, rejection.
Not feeling
So we are
deserved.
living in not feeling deserved. So the person is sadness. This, even when I think about it, I feel sad about them.
I understand. When we
You know,
even ponder over these things, we feel sad about them.
yes, and the disease which can show up, statistics and evidence shows a disease like autoimmune disease, cancer, because they don't happen suddenly. And then if we are looking into the energy medicine or prana healing, chakra
Right.
healing, so they also say their aura they can read, and they say they can see they're carrying these emotions with them, not letting them go off.
Right.
So it is very clear to first of all understand what is really our real self-esteem.
Yeah, that will be something important to explore.
Yes, because you said the media told us. Now, how do we know who is the media or the person in the media that he is saying correct? From where did he come to know that if I have a big car, my self-esteem will be high?
Well, his
Why should I believe him?
management, his management
How
told
did he?
him, his management told him that as many cars, if you sell through marketing, through any means, I don't care. I have to sell these number of cars or these number of clothes. So I think that's where he used all those techniques, all those words came from.
So, Yeah, so we see really, in affluent places, affluent countries, people are more under the most prescribed drug medicine in the world is for mental health, in the world. So
Right.
let's just take example or a small experiment so that we know what are we talking about when we talk about self-esteem, self-worth. Self-worth, like we check the worth of a house, business, everything. We are talking here today about self-worth. So let us say in Darjeeling, like let us say, I presume, let us say you just take a role like Darjeeling is a place where there are so many tourists. So
Right.
maybe you are a tourist guide, let us say. So I would just like ask you, uh, can you describe yourself? Maybe a new company has opened in Darjeeling. They're looking for a very good tourist guide. So can you make your biodata and just tell me about yourself so that we can present it to that company and you get a job? So
Yes.
we just maybe not you, but just think you are a tourist guide, and we would want to know something about yourself because we want to check and then maybe hire you.
Wonderful. So I've been there in the hills, the Queen of the Hills, for the past almost 15 years now. And this
Okay.
place is more beautiful than even the heart of some people in other places of the world. So what I mean to say is
Yes.
people over here are very beautiful. Yeah, and it's
Yes.
not just the place, it's the people also, which actually make the place. So when
Uh,
you come over here, I'll help you to meet not just the surroundings, but also the people over here and enjoy,
okay.
make you enjoy and see the different cultures and different colors and different smells of this place.
Okay. Okay.
And
So now for your biodata, that's wonderful. Yes, what you're saying. For the biodata, for the job, we want to know something about the person applying.
okay. So I am someone who loves nature, who's involved in nature for the past 10, 15 years in this place specifically. And
Uh,
I've been involved in helping people to explore this place. So I'm mostly a person who loves exploring new places, going to the small corners of this city, Darjeeling, and exploring
uh,
places which are not even seen. And
uh,
I'm enthusiastic, very much adventurous, and I'm also a person who keeps a lot of knowledge about what's changing around in the surroundings. And I'm busy all the time finding different ways and helping out people to explore the best part of themselves through nature, through things around, and through culture and through different methods. I would say that is what I am.
okay. So good, very good. So, but actually, what you are describing about your qualifications, you didn't tell us?
Yeah. So I'm a diploma in tourism, and
Uh,
I've done it from a university in India. And since then, I've been working with different companies on a higher post position. And then I thought that I'd start my own business. So I've taken over
okay.
my own business and I've started that through the experiences which I've learned through different companies. And I'm working day and night to bring about whatever I've learned from different areas of tourism. And with a diploma degree, I think I can give you the best. I can give you the best of the experiences through my own
Okay.
journey.
Good. And anything about your family?
Well, my family, they belong to middle class, and they're very simple people. And they were in the government of India armed forces, and my father is retired, my mother is a housewife, and I've been taking care of the business over here in Darjeeling. They live
Good.
separately and I live separately.
Okay, so wonderful. So normally when we are like this applying for a job or anyone is asking about us, so we are explaining everything, which is our qualifications, which we have picked up,
Right.
our qualification, my qualification, mine, but not me, and
Okay.
my family, my place, my education. But today we are talking about self-esteem, self-respect, self. So whatever we say, we are saying of what we are, roles we are playing or what we are having.
Right.
Since it was tourism, so you were still speaking about your likings, but normally people will speak about their qualification, about their roles. I'm father, I'm husband. So it's all roles. So
Okay.
when we are attaching our worth to our material qualifications, acquired things.
Right.
So that normally, the way we just saw in even affluence or even even extra qualifications don't always show that those people are happy because they don't belong to the real me. So
Right.
we want to know about the self. Who is that self we are talking about? So everything we say or we want to connect our worth with is not what I am.
Fine.
It is the role which I'm playing. So it becomes different. For example, an actor plays a very good role as a billionaire in some movie, but if someone asks him, please tell me something about yourself, he will not describe the role which he has played. He'll say, that's the role, but I am the actor. This
Right.
is who I am.
Right.
So similarly, today, here we are talking about that, who am I? My self-esteem, my self-worth, if it is connected to the real me, that is me. So that will not shift, not change. It is me, the consciousness,
So one
not
thing comes over
the
here,
role I'm playing.
brother. One thing comes over here is that how do I separate the role and the me? Like when we are moving in the society, we generally introduce ourselves on the basis of who we have, what we have accomplished, and what are the different name tags attached to us, and what all we have accomplished in the worldly way, and our possessions, and where do you live? I live in so and so place, and if the area is a very posh area, then yes, obviously my value goes up a little bit. If I say I stay in a place which is the suburbs, and then automatically my, so we have been talking, or we have been conditioned to talk in this manner, communicate in this manner when we introduce ourselves. So how do I introduce myself without putting all these barrage of different information in front of a person? How do I introduce myself? Because I have to say my name is Parampreet. I have to say that I belong to a Sikh community. I was born in a Sikh religion, and all, and we keep our biodata also on the basis of that. When we meet people, they ask us. When we go into a deeper relationship, they ask us, "Okay, so are you a Punjabi, or are you a Madrasi, or are you we get to know about that. Are you a Bengali? Immediately we get to know about that, and we already have a persona about that person right in front of our mind. And that this person is so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. Now, how do I introduce myself beyond all that? That is something which is a question.
We can introduce ourselves as we wish, does not matter. It is up to me what relationship I am having, the knowledge and understanding. Because
Okay.
as you said, we have been conditioned. The moment, even in the womb, our parents are conditioning us.
Okay.
From the ultrasound, is going to be a male or a female, but I have a consciousness. So then when I'm born, so calling the blue color or the pink color, it's a system. And then the
Right.
schooling, and we are conditioned, and we have put labels on us. So
Right.
first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years is very, very important.
Right.
And in psychology, that is how the child is getting conditioned for life. So we'll connect this further on. It's very interesting. And in adult also, we behave the same way. So now we are getting conditioned, and we believe the conditioning and the labels to be me.
Right.
So as you said, I have to introduce myself like that.
Right.
But if I have that understanding today, that I am the consciousness, the living being, the soul, the spirit, which is in this body, I'm acting in this body playing a role, but I'm
Right.
not the role. So if I'm living in that awareness, it does not matter how I describe myself.
Okay.
But if the other person says anything about my description, what I've just said, I know it's a role only. So internally, I'll be just calm and quiet. I won't get agitated. I won't react.
So you mean
I
to say
won't get
detached?
upset. So that is detached in a loving way. Observer. I'm an observer. So how can I
Okay.
check? So that is high self-esteem. When I am in my original awareness of pure, peaceful energy, my nature is peace, purity, happiness, joy. This is exactly what I'm trying to attain through those external things which I need. I need a car, yes. I need a house, yes. But
Right.
I'm putting my worth over there, and they are not permanent, they are temporary. So it's disastrous
Right.
for me. So I'm living in fear of losing them. My life is just fear. Fear freezes my immune system.
Okay.
It freezes it. It stops it there. Threat.
Right.
There is some big threats. If I'm having some cancer cells, if I'm having some bacteria, and the immune system is not going to waste time for those slow-moving cancer cells or for the virus or bacteria, it will just freeze it. So there's some very big danger coming from outside. This person is in danger. He's going to lose his house. He's going to lose his self-worth. It freezes. The importance goes over there. So now, once we have that awareness, how to know, I can talk about it. I can give lectures about it, but as we today go on to this topic, we'll see that it's very delicate, it's very subtle.
Very subtle.
Supposing now I can have a big car, it's no problem. But what is my relationship to the car? Is it an instrument for me? Wonderful. Or have I attached myself to the car? And if someone says something about the car, I get upset.
Okay.
You know? So how can I come to know that? Supposing now I'm going to attend, let's say, a very important function. Many people are waiting for me there. And I have a very expensive car, which is, let's say you say, where people connect it to status. They can connect it, right? But
Right.
what is my connection with it? That let us know, let us visualize, imagine this. So I'm in that car, I'm going, my driver is driving, I won't be driving.
Okay.
And suddenly something happens, accident, and I have to reach my program. Everyone is waiting for me outside the hotel. And now I have to leave this car. I have to just get on to someone helps me and gives me a very low price car,
Okay.
which my subordinates or some people use it. Now,
Okay.
when I reach that place, I'm already late. When I get down from the car, will I just go in happily to attend the program, or will I tell people, this is not my car, my car got damaged, I have a different car? That will
Yeah.
show my relationship,
Yeah, that will
whether
be my
I'm
reaction.
dependent, whether I'm dependent, whether my self-worth is dependent on the car, or is it dependent on me?
Okay.
Yes. If it's on me, I don't bother what I got done from. I don't have to explain to anyone.
Yeah, so explanation happens when we are trying to actually protect our false self-esteem.
Yes. And this can happen throughout our journey. It's a journey, very subtle journey. Let us say I understand these things and I join some religious people groups, let us say, to get more elevated, more in awareness. Same thing can happen there. Till I don't work on this to be really happy, to be really free from this, it's a lifelong practice. So now there, let us say people wear white clothes or
Okay.
orange clothes, any clothes. And I have to attend a lecture. They all are waiting for me. And we also have certain kind of labels or batches, whatever you can call it, big, small,
Right.
identifying who I am, what I am. Maybe something happens, I spilled something on the way. Now when I had to change my clothes and I didn't get the colored clothes I'm supposed to be wearing, which gives me the stamp of elevatedness,
Right.
right? So even in that level of meditation or that elevation, I can be attached to those clothes, to those labels. And I get down,
Right.
I might tell, I don't wear these clothes, but today I have to wear it today. But no one is interested. They're waiting for me.
Exactly.
And I am being there. So I am going there to be with them. I don't need to explain. Others will explain that what happened to my clothes.
Yeah.
Or is it that I can't give that talk now because I'll say, first arrange for me the clothes, or please go and look for someone with a similar label. I have to put that label. Then I feel confident. So my
Okay.
self-worth,
It's
my
coming from outside.
self-esteem, my estimation is not coming from me, the living being.
Coming from outside.
It's coming from, and as long as it comes from outside, I will always be protecting it because I'm connected to it. I've
And
connected my worth to it.
getting disturbed.
Simple. I'm getting disturbed. I'm connected to it. I'm afraid that I'll lose something. So I'm always in fear, always in anxiety. And 24 hours I'm living in that. So
Right.
I've never experienced that. Till now we are talking, we have never spoken of the words love,
Right.
joy, happiness. Those are healing.
Yes.
Those are healing. They heal. If I had some disease and I change from low self-esteem or the so presumed, what we said, high false self-esteem, if I change it to the real high self-esteem,
Right.
my immune system, my nervous system will pick it up. This person is very relaxed, is very peaceful. And our trillion cells have antennas. They even pick up thought is energy. So when
Right.
I'm in that mode, they pick up that and everything is relaxed in the body. Digestion is perfect. Digestion, my growth,
Right.
waste, everything is just working in perfection. I'm relaxed, I'm peaceful. The aura is changed. I'm in a healing mode.
So one more thing comes over. You mentioned the word growth. Now we generally talk about when we reach the teenage and everybody's so concerned about the height of the child, boy or girl. And they are commenting upon the child, you're not tall enough, you'll become like your father or mother or your grandparents, they were so short in height, and what will happen, and you can't even join sports, you won't be able to do this and that. These things come during our childhood especially, or you become very fat, you look at yourself, you were so thin, you were good looking, and now you have gained weight, and you look at the boys and girls in your age in your school, they're getting taller than you, do something, climb up and do those exercises, you're so lazy. And when we are put on with all these kind of things, so somewhere does it affect our growth because of those thoughts which are being bombarded onto us? Can a person actually who's supposed to grow till 6 feet, originally, end up being 5 feet in physicality because of those comments and taunts and which that the inner being listens from the parents, from the society, from the friends, or when we are making fun of that person? Can it really affect our body in such a manner that I was supposed to be 6 feet but I became 5 feet 4 inches? Just to explore this
1,000%.
area.
Not 100,000%.
Okay.
Because we have put that person in shame, guilt. I'm not good. Everyone is telling me I have done something wrong. I've let down my parents. I'm a loser in school. I'm
Okay.
good for nothing. I should have been that. I must have been that. I am not good. I don't. I hate myself. Is absolutely in a negative mode.
Okay.
Immune system, nervous system is listening. The nervous system works in a very simple manner. Is the person happy or is the person sad? This person is sad. Simple. We have to save him.
Okay.
Something is wrong. So when it happens like that, hate. So hate can turn into autoimmunity because there's no medicine for autoimmune disease. They don't know why the immune system is attacking the cell. Why is it hating the cell? Because I'm living in a hating mode. Because I believed in the labels which have been put up by people.
Exactly.
And then I accepted them. And it's not to do with child only. It
Right.
is still any age, 30,
Any
40, 50,
age.
60, 70, any age. That will be our second part of the topic today.
Okay.
So that is how we are living. That is why there is disease. This is not
Irrespective of the
supposed to
age.
be diseased.
Mm.
Because we are being bombarded by those thoughts, by those hormones 24 hours in sleep also. I'm getting up with those thoughts. I'm getting up, starting the day. I don't want to go to school because again, they'll tell me I'm not grown tall. like my brother.
Right. Comparison.
Can a person who's not tall, can he not be happy? Can he not be good?
Yeah,
Can he
there's
not be loving?
so many examples in the world.
And whatever they told me, whatever they told the child, they
Right.
did not say anything about the real child, the real soul. They didn't say the real energy. They just said everything about the body again. So
Yeah.
that is the crux of today's talk. That till we don't know who we are, I will also see the other person in the wrong or the untrue way and create those labels for the person also. I will create those labels for myself also. So it is a negative kind of a negative. We are living in a negative energy, and we are trapped in it.
Right.
We are afraid to step out of it.
Okay. So you have been talking for a very long time about this energy within. We have been going out in the outer world and trying to see different angles of how we are made to feel or think and get connected to the labels outside. Now, how do we connect to the label inside, the real label? Let's come to that, which we have been talking about. And you said that it can be 40 years old, the person can be 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. But a person who's 50, 60 years old can also be in a state of mind that they can actually undo the disease or heal themselves.
They definitely can. You want to say when people, only children are upset, when people are 60s, 70s, they are not depressed nowadays?
Yes.
Depression is the result of extreme low self-esteem. Worthless. They're feeling useless, worthless. They've listened to the label so much, and they're in comparison. Maybe circumstances took away their so-called things of valuation of self-esteem. They do not. They have. They have to leave their home or in a different place or circumstances. So they have nothing external. So the result is depression, feeling of hopelessness.
And not having their needs met can also lead to depression.
To that, once we go into what are needs again? It's a different thing.
Yeah,
There's no
desires
end to
and needs.
needs. Design needs another thing. So
Yeah.
the thing is that yes. So how can we? So actually, we know we just lost about. We know who the real self is.
Okay.
Let's take example. Let's say we are to go to someone's funeral.
Okay.
Right. And in the funeral, some gentleman, let's say very rich gentleman of that society, there he passed away. And there, his close children, his very close friends, few of them, they just called his spouse, her spouse, just to speak one or two words about him.
Right.
So what do you think in that state, that mood, that person has just left? He was a very rich person, very, very rich. So when his children come up there, when his wife comes up there, just in one or two words, what would they express about him?
Well, they're going to think about the personality of the person which left. I think not about that he was handsome and he was so good looking, he was so rich. They'll talk about he was so caring and, I'm feeling the sense of loss of that care and concern. And I believe all those things are going to come over and how he used to be.
So in those moments, we reach a connect to a true self, and we
Right.
will only speak about the qualities which
Qualities.
he did not buy from anywhere. No one will say how many houses he had, how many cars he had, but about the person, the spirit, because
Right.
what you just said, caring, loving, that we
Right.
can't buy. It's not material. So it is the spirit's qualities, the soul's qualities.
Right.
Same way, in comparison, with different societies, we fight with each other. But if some calamity takes place, an earthquake or something like that, those few days you'll see people forget their differences. In an instant, they're helping each other because we shift from our material worth to our true, real worth. At that time,
Right.
automatically we connect to the true self and we just help and we see the other person's true self, and the hatred is not there that time.
Exactly.
In an earthquake, no one will say, "Oh, he belongs to the other caste. Let him be buried." Never.
Mm-hmm. No, they'll forget all those things.
Forget all those things. So deep inside, because the quality of us, the spirit, the living being in India, we say Atma, soul.
Right.
So that is what is in the body. I'm in the body, rolling this body, taking, through this body interacting, and through the material things, using my life to interact. But I'm not those things. And no matter how much things I acquire, I'm acquiring them for happiness.
Right.
But through meditation, through awareness, we feel when we just go in the self, silence, connect with the self, we can feel that calmness, the peaceness, the peace, the contentment, just being in the moment. Being in the moment means either we are worried about the past, what I did wrong, or we are wasting our time about the past, or we are worried about the future. So being in the moment means here I am, the meeting point of past and future. So I'm centered, concentrated, can connect to my qualities. I'm happy, I'm loving, I'm relaxed, I'm enjoying life. I am, doesn't matter how I look like, what color my skin is, whether I'm tall or short, doesn't matter. There is no such thing. If you have a big house, you'll be more happy, or there'll be less fights going on there. In a small house, I won't be happy. There's no such thing. Nor is happiness connected to a place or a country. Nor is happiness connected to anything actually happening event. Happiness is the response to those events. I respond how I respond. I can respond in aggressive way. I can respond in an angry way. If I'm protecting my worth, which is not my worth, but if I'm aware of my true self-worth, I don't need to protect. I am. That's it. So that comes. So we need certain tools to shift. First is the identity. We have to know our true identity. Second is we have to shift, because as we said, that in certain circumstances, all of us inside know what is. That is why we are looking for happiness. Why are we looking for happiness through the external materialistic things? Because it is our innate quality, we need it. But we went to look for it in the wrong way.
Okay.
Comparison, all our modes are defensive. That person is not good. Because I can't connect to my goodness, so I can't see anyone good. I don't know what is goodness. I don't know what is love. So how can I love anyone? So the different mode. This can be even after I join any spiritual
organization.
Because this needs personal work by myself on myself. So I skip it. I can learn about it. I can know about it. I can think about it. I can talk about it. But they are different than becoming aware about it.
Being it.
Being it. So that is how to be it.
Right.
Because we want to have the most strongest healing powers are of love, gratitude, thanks. They heal, they can heal. They can now Western science has shown that disease can be controlled, removed just by changing this energy. And the other side, the energy connected with low self-esteem is fear, guilt, shame. These are very harmful.
Right. In the sense, like you mentioned the word love. Now, I think as per what we've been talking about for the past almost half an hour plus, the love which we're talking about is not something, again, which we are trying to get from outside in. I believe that's where we're going.
A very deep stage of low self-esteem. That comes under psychology, that will come under dependency, codependency.
Right, like saying that my husband never loved me, so I developed cancer or diabetes, and my children never understood me, how much I've done for them. They never appreciated me, and that's why, I am so sad and I'm so depressed.
So that
Or
is one state, one side, that is the passive side. So I
okay,
I become a victim. I became a victim. He didn't love me. No one can know me, only I know myself. No one
and I
can
need
know
to
me.
prove myself to others.
So yeah, so victim, I'm trying to prove is the uh,
Another paradigm.
other side. To prove means
Okay.
I will try to leave my identity, leave myself, and put my entire energy on my, let's say, husband, the
Okay.
very loving wife, only for her husband, everything, or for the children. It's again low self-esteem, not giving care to the self. First, have to give care to the self.
Okay.
So my esteem goes so low. So I just shift totally. I start thinking like them, my husband. I like, I shift into the mind of that person. I don't know what that person is thinking also now. And what were you thinking just now?
Mhm.
He said, I'm just sitting. I'm not thinking. No, you're thinking something. Tell me. So I've let go of my. Nothing of mine is left. I gave it up. So those are severe cases of low. So we will have a kind of a mixture of everything. It may not be
Yeah.
one thing. Sometimes active, sometimes passive. So trying to only mm, mm, take care of them. It can be in all places, every place. Flattering others only, serving others day and night, not taking care of the self, which anyway person will get sick. That
Right.
is physical, not even, but coming from, of course, on inside.
Right.
So I have to, but I am me, and deep inside, we know we need a bit of knowledge and experiment that we all are innately children of Supreme Soul, God. We all are originally loving, peaceful, but in this journey of life, we acquire many things and we all have goodness and badness. So we
Right.
can't love ourselves because we have been told that I'm only supposed to be good. It's not possible. Because we speak about the five vices, every religion speaks about it.
Right.
So we all go through it. So we have that. So I'm part, so vices and virtues, I'm part of the parcel. I cannot be separate. Vices are nothing but just the absence of the virtues. So the first step, the mode now to shift from low to high self-esteem so that I can heal, so that my
Right.
disease can go away,
Okay.
is to love the self as I am.
And that comes with
And
experience.
that comes first by understanding that what we were just talking, that how people were treating the small child. You should be
Okay.
like that. You should be tall. You should come first. His son came first, and he has become a doctor. You have not done. So you're not done this, not done that. So we grow up with that.
Right.
So how can I love myself? Then I might go and join some elevated place. So there again, I'm put into very high levels.
And then I
But
attach
deep
myself to that.
inside, then I put that goal, but deep now I can't discuss with anyone because I don't know how to take care, because inside I know my thoughts are different. So
Okay.
either I suppress them. The moment the thought comes, some desire of the five old vices come, I just say no. So now the way people talk to me, we also talk to ourselves 24 hours. So there is one good part of me. I have many parts, good part, naughty part, matured part, is there. So it's okay. That is what I am.
That sounds like split personality.
Little bit we all will have.
Split
Little bit,
personality.
not extreme, but little bit. I might be having kind of a sometimes become a bit childish, like to play, enjoy, and I'm at the same time natured also. I know when to be how, when, but not extreme, not extreme.
Okay.
No, so just accepting that. So first step for the healing mode is very important, is to understand that we are part and parcel of good and bad, and now I want to become good. So when me is talking to myself, inside is going on, same, you should have done that, why did you think like that? So again, the way we were taught in school, so I'm doing the same thing and scolding myself.
Self-criticism.
Criticism. So criticism, I'm, shame, guilt, and I'm storing that energy. And that energy, when it's stored, it shows in the body. The body sends a signal that you can't see what is going on 24/7. So now I'm presenting here as this problem. In the liver, this problem has come. Please take care. So I go to the hospital. So they just look at the liver and give some medicine to suppress it. But we are energy. So I'm a soul, I'm energy. Our body is also energy. Everything is energy. So this energy is just out of balance. So the pure healing energy is love. So I have to accept myself and I have to talk to myself as a child that today you got angry. You are hating that person. So why did you get angry? So, in the Western world, we'll call it cognitive behavior therapy, but it's happening all the time with us. So why did you get angry? Okay, that was the reason. Okay, you got angry because anger is just a second or third level of emotion, but okay, you got angry because your friend did not call you. Okay, why didn't your friend not call you? Did you check? Maybe he's having some problem. Oh, I see. So next time, what should you do? Why don't you call your friend and ask him? You're so close. Why didn't you call me? So we talk like that with love.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then we see that, even that anger part, we understand he's angry because he's wanting something. He's wanting love.
Attention, love.
Yes. So, okay, from where can you get love? You are love. Okay, let me love. So like that, that effort, that's why I said it's easy to understand these things, talk about these things, but not put it on the self.
Apply them.
Because we need to work on it. We have to become aware of it. We have to become it. And then gradually when we'll see that a goodness is there, when I identify my goodness, so then I have to reinforce it. Means, like, we see there are so many affirmations. You say this, you'll become that. No, nothing will happen. You say 10 times, you say 21 times, you'll change. It won't change because everyone's journey is different. So I have to, with this way, when being loving to the self, no rejection. If I reject, if I suppress, I'll get sick.
Right.
As they say, that is a very famous proverb. Every saint also has a past.
Right.
He was a sinner maybe one day.
Right.
But he changed. And every sinner also has a future. I can change.
Right.
So I have to, first is the changing energy is love, acceptance. I accept myself as I am. So the tools here are observing the self, understanding the root cause, why I'm behaving like this, which could be coming from my childhood programming. The labels the world is giving, someone tells me, you're not tall. So I can say, what's the problem if I'm not tall? Who said that being tall or being fair is good? What's the harm if I am brown skinned or short? So like that we talk. Happiness is not connected with that. Tomorrow the tall guy might meet another taller guy. Then
right.
So cognitive behavior, lovingly accepting the self. Till we don't do this, nothing will happen.
Okay.
Nothing will happen. We can't go ahead. And then we see that whatever I am, the root cause. So I say, no, I am actually very peaceful also. Underneath this anger, I am peaceful. So then that becomes my affirmation. Because I realized it touched me. That no, actually, I was peaceful last time. I changed myself. So then that I have to reinforce. That sentence can be my affirmation, personal.
Yeah, it does not need to be somebody else's affirmation I'm using for myself.
I have to know myself. I have to love myself and know myself. Why is that guilt coming from me? I did something wrong. Okay. Was it wrong, first of all? Really? Or someone just said that? If I understand, yes, it was wrong, the knowledge should be there. I'm reading good books, being in good company. Okay, next time I'll be careful. But why did it happen? Okay, because of my past, the nature was such. Okay, I'm changing now. Yeah, I did it because I wanted that. But okay, I can get that from this kind of meditation. So I will meditate. I like myself. So when I bring that personal affirmation, then I need determination, and then I need to say it from feeling, not from just I picked it up from somewhere or heard somewhere. And
Right.
why should I say it only 21 times or someone told me to say it 42 times? No. Why not every hour remind myself?
Or whenever I come across that kind of feeling within myself, which becomes
Yes.
natural, why don't I use it naturally? Why should it be even 1 hour? Whenever I have
Yes.
that feeling emerge from myself, that negative feeling of anger, I use
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. So that feeling, that emotion which came, now I know why it came. I know the underneath virtue of it. So I connect it, that emotion, I connect it to the virtue. I put a break. The
Right.
moment it's starting, I break it. No, no need. But not with a stick. It will not work.
Not with a stick which you're hitting onto yourself.
What we did with the children or what we got in school, it will not work. Very
Right.
lovingly, very gently, lovingly, and then slowly we change, we develop like that. And while we are doing this, we are becoming observer also, and we are using meditation. Means just becoming aware of it, feeling it, and that is
Right.
the only way. There is no other way.
Wonderful. So, brother, can we go ahead with what you just said, simple meditation, so that we can
Yes.
bring our attention towards the self,
Yes. Okay.
this beautiful meditation. And I believe this is such a deeper topic that our listeners who are going to listen to us in India as a pre-recording of this session will be more interested with so many questions that we can take another session and go further deeper into it, into the
If
different angles
there
of
is
it.
any questions, we can always reply them.
Surely.
This is very deep, and till we cannot handle this thing personally and with love and accept as I am, love myself, I will not be healthy.
I will not
Full
heal
stop.
myself and
This is
be
my 30 years of understanding, and I've read almost all books on healing, self-healing, anything. Till I don't know my true identity and its virtues and values, I
right.
don't live with them, healing is not going to happen. Acidity, gas, digestion, all the root cause from the starting and immune system, everything going up and down because I'm putting those chemicals in the body every second.
Right.
It will not work.
Right.
So
So,
now I sit relaxed. I bring my attention to my breathing. Take a deep breath. Let out. Inhale. Let out. I'm aware of my body. The tension in my shoulders, I let go. Back, let go. And I bring my attention to the center of my forehead. This is where actually the real self, the consciousness, the spirit or Atma, this is who I am in the center of the forehead. Peace is my innate quality. I don't need the support of anything external to feel peaceful. I am peace. I am relaxed now. My breathing is relaxed. I can feel myself as the point of pure energy, white energy, a living being, peaceful, loving. I am happy, point of light, eternal, immortal. When I'm peaceful, happy in whichever body I am, my body is also relaxed. I feel relaxed. And when I, the soul, point of light, I'm relaxed now. I'm sending out rays of my pure white energy, white light to all the cells in my body. All my cells also relaxing, in harmony. My nervous system relaxes. My immune system relaxes. Digestion, breathing. So if I'm in this mode, more and more, I'm relaxed. The stress hormones are not needed. I live my life as I've been living, but I just am changing my perspective, shifting it from the material, temporary, destructible matter to the real self, ever-living, pure energy. I am the one which decides what to think, how to respond. I do not need to accept anyone's label put on me. Even the labels which I put on myself are all wrong. I am as I am, child of God. Pure, peaceful, content, happy, relaxed, loving, and so are all others. I see them in high self-regard, self-worth. They too are pure, peaceful souls. The external body is for interaction, for functioning, for expressing. Does not matter whether it is tall or short. The connection is with the soul. We all are pure, peaceful, loving souls. So when I am peaceful, when I feel love, I love everyone. I don't respect myself. If I'm upset with myself, I see everyone in the same color. So any person, any situation, any event has no life. It is my response. It is me who is giving them that awareness, that estimation, the estimation who they are or who I am. So first I check, make myself elevated. So this is how we just, meditation is awareness of feeling. So that feeling
Exactly.
comes. So we know, so at this time we feel if there was some, but it's a process. I can enjoy this for 1 hour. Suddenly something will trigger me from, because I carry, the soul carries all the births, subtle memories, characteristics in the subconscious.
Which
So
gets triggered.
so I start to be good and something will happen and that, like a flood, that will come automatic. No, you're not good. No, you did. So I have to understand that. Okay, no problem.
It will
But
emerge.
beyond that is hidden the real pure memories of me also, original memories. So I have to tap into the real one
All
and
right.
let them come up.
Beautiful.
Let them come up. But the other ones which are there, I have to accept them. In my past, I've lived like that. Every saint also has a past.
Right.
And today, if I'm a sinner, I also have a future.
Right.
Past, present, future, all one. At the moment, here I am, accepting. So today's main 2 words we cannot forget is accept the self as I am, love the self, I cannot reject any part of mine because I am one, I'm not two. If I reject the ugly part of me, I'm rejecting the good part of me also.
Right.
So I have to accept both and reinforce the goodness slowly with love. And when everyone can do that, there will be no disease.
Wonderfully put, Brother Anil.
Thank you.
And Bhaiji, thank you so much for this beautiful session. And there's so many things which need to be explored. And from the past session, we have come up to this session and we have gone deeper. And I believe that in the future sessions also will go further deeper and help people start accepting themselves. And the main understanding from this session is take yourself a little lightly. Don't get tensed that you got these issues and problems which are psychological nature, but accept them and talk to yourself like a child. The inner child needs to be pampered sometimes and not be hit with a stick every time.
Yes.
And actually not every time, but never should be hit with a stick. And
Correct.
that's the message which we take from this beautiful session. And healing will only take place when we are easy on ourselves, a little bit loving.
Gratitude. Thank God for everything. Thank you, universe, for everything. Thank you. Always, thank you.
Always.
Thank you. What I have, thank you. So it's a healing mode.
Exactly. And not into a competitive mode, competitive mode. And
I won't be then. I'll be happy with myself as I am. I'll be happy to be alone with myself as I am, ready to help everyone, ready to give. So this is the way I can check with, my self-esteem level. Am I wanting or am I ready to be there?
For others. Lovely.
Okay, thank you so much, Pramit.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhaiji.
Wish everyone all the best.
Yes, and if they have any questions, and if you're watching this on Raj Yoga Self-Healing Meditation channel, then you can leave your comments on the Raj Yoga Self-Healing Meditation YouTube channel, and you can write down your comments, and even your questions are most welcome, which we can address, and Bhaiji can address whenever he's available. And as he said, he's always available in helping other souls out. So yes, I'll put across the questions to him whenever you put across your questions to us. And do this session with others so that they are also helped. And Raj Yoga Self-Healing Meditation is a non-profit and non-earning channel. So we're not earning anything. We're just here to help you out and reach out to you. And thank you, Anil Bhaiji, so much for joining us again. And
thank you,
precious time. Om Shanti to you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Signing off now.